The almighty Prince Vegeta!
What is good, people? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Legends video, and we are one day away from reveals and stuff, part 3. Obviously going to be revealing the Ultra. I wonder who that's going to be, but basically today I just want to discuss what we can expect to see on the banner for part 3. Now obviously, as I just implied, you know, we all know who the part 3 Ultra is going to be. It's obviously going to be Vegito Blue. That's not what I'm here to discuss. I'm more so here to discuss what we can expect the banner to look like as a whole. And it kind of reminded me about this tweet that I put out around a month ago. So I said, okay, if what I'm about to propose was to happen, would this anniversary be elevated to legendary status? It's reveals and stuff part 3, it's UVB, he's got the best kit and animations in the game. In the aftermath of the reveal, Toshi announces UVB won't be alone on his banner, so I'm implying that he's going to be alongside Ultra Gogeta Blue, Ultra Super Vegito, and Ultra Super Gogeta. Now unfortunately, if we go over to Legends here, all 3 of these characters have just been released on their own individual Ultra banners, so that makes it basically impossible for these guys to be released alongside Vegito Blue. These 2 especially, because they've still got 4 days left, and Vegito Blue will be dropping in 2 days time, so these guys will actually still be out by the time Vegito Blue releases. Gogeta Blue goes away, or its banner expires tomorrow, so there's like a minute copium chance that maybe we'll see him, but that's very, very unlikely as well. So it's just a shame, to be honest. It's just a shame. I was hoping they could do something different this time. They could really give us some value on one of these Ultra banners, because if we look at this Ultra banner right here, right, and this is for Gogeta Blue. Out of the 3 of these characters, he is of course the most meta relevant. He's the most recent. He's still 100% a top 10 unit in regards of meta relevance. If we're talking kit wise, he's arguably still the best unit in the game. And look at this banner that he's on, man. Look at this banner. So if you're not pulling Gogeta Blue, there's no other value on this banner at all. So Goku and Vegeta, you don't see them in PvP at all. They're washed. the Nicolas Cage of Legends. Broly, even more washed. The Brendan Fraser of Legends. Gogeta Blue, the Steven Seagal of Legends. All these characters are just washed. They're all washed. All the 1% characters here are washed as well. If you're not pulling Gogeta Blue on this banner, there is absolutely zero value. And I just don't want Vegito Blue's banner to be the same, because for those people, yeah, that get shafted, let's say for example you spend 30k, even 40k, and you don't pull Vegito Blue. Like, are those the characters you want to be pulling as the silver lining? Because I know for me, I would be so pissed. So pissed. So basically what I wanted to do is just kind of go over what I think they could do to maybe make the banner a little bit better. Now obviously we're not going to see these Ultras on there. I thought there was a chance before, but they've made it pretty evident, as I said, by releasing all 3 of these on their own individual banners, that we're not going to see that. So if we go over to the character list, and I've narrowed it down to Vegito Blue's 3 main tags, those being God Key, Future, and Fusions. I could have added the Saiyan tag as well, but to be honest with you, the Legends devs don't even consider that a team anymore. The characters never have any synergy with each other, so I didn't even bother adding the Saiyans. But as I said, I've added God Key, Future, and Fusion Warriors, because those are the teams he's most likely going to buff or be featured on. And if you look at this roster, to be honest with you, it's pretty stinky. It's pretty stinky. There's not many characters here that you would actually be happy to pull if you're not pulling Vegito Blue. There's maybe a handful, if that. Obviously, I can't speak for everyone. I'm only speaking from my perspective as an experienced player that has pulled all of them except Revival UI Goku, who only released in February. So outside of him, a lot of people probably didn't summon for him as well, because he was regarded, you know, kind of average on release. So outside of him, there's not really many characters here, I'll be honest with you. I mean, Vegeta and Trunks would be pretty cool. They released during part 2 of the Legends Festival. They don't really have many teams that they're relevant on. They won't be on Future. You could use them on Vegeta Clan, but who's going to use them there? God Key as well. God Key's melee, Future's melee. So maybe you could cope Vegeta Clan if you're a Vegeta Clan main. There's not many of us, so I'm not really too sure too many people care about pulling them. I mean, it would be cool for collection purposes, right? If you want to collect them, it would be pretty cool. Trunks the same. Trunks is 11 months old at this point. He's not really meta relevant. For collection purposes, it would be cool. It'd be cool if he got a plat as well. But in regards of actually meta relevance and getting on his teams, yeah, not really too great. MUI Goku, he's come back a bunch of times now. I guess it'd be cool to pull him again. He's a year old at this point. Same with the droids. Sort of hope Trunks would be a pretty interesting one, to be honest. Because even though he's coming up to 2 years old at this point, I've seen a lot of people that don't actually have this guy at 7 stars. He obviously just got his Zenkai. So for anyone that hasn't got him to 7 yet, he'd be a pretty good pull. But yeah, to be honest, that's about it. I can't see any other characters in this pool that would even pose as a consolation. And even these characters, like outside of Revival UI Goku, I don't think any of them are ideal. And even Revival UI Goku isn't ideal himself. So to be honest with you, if I'm just being flat out honest, I think Legends have absolutely fumbled the opportunity to have an absolutely crazy banner that would make crazy amounts of money. Like, imagine Vegito Blue coming back with at least, let's say, 2 other Ultras on the banner. Let's say Super Gogeta's on there and Super Vegito's on there. Like, just taking DNG for example. DNG, if I recall, has spent 63,000 crystals and only pulled Super Vegito once. And he actively pulls on him every time he comes back. Are you telling me that he wouldn't love to see Super Vegito on that Vegito Blue banner? And that's just one example of one person that I know off the top of my head. So I just think they've fumbled, man. I think there is a great opportunity there. As I said at the start of the video, it's very unlikely that we actually are going to see that because they have brought their individual banners back, and it wouldn't be fair to the people that have just gone out and summoned on them to just include them on the Vegito Blue banner. So the chances are that the best consolation we're going to get is going to be having some of those LFs I just mentioned on the banner, which, as I said, isn't ideal in itself. But yeah, I mean, obviously the banner hasn't been revealed yet, so I can't quite call it a fumble yet, because maybe they'll surprise me and they'll include something that we haven't seen before. Maybe they'll put some 1% characters on there or something, which I doubt. But if it stays in the same format that it has, and it's just one Ultra and old characters, it's just a fumble. It is just a fumble, I can't even lie. But yeah, let me know down below what you guys want to see on the Ultra banner. If you think they'll change the format, if they'll include anything different, let me know down below. But yeah, thank you guys for watching as always. Like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next one.